sharing my screen. I think you can also see what I'm doing. Uh, yeah, welcome to Expertsoft trainings. And this demo, this is for SAP S4HANA group reporting training, which is on-premise version, which we will be going through in this course. And the overall agenda of this group reporting training, we will have 5 modules. Okay, so within the module, we have topics. We call it as a multiple topics within the module. So module 1, which covers the business consolidation with SAP group reporting overview. So which means in the module 1, what we will do, I already prepared some mock data for you. Okay, and first we will be working like a user, like a group reporting user, as a business user, like how normally I perform the consolidation. So we execute, as a business user, we will perform month-end consolidation. So by taking like one scenario, okay. So that is the main objective of this module 1, so that we will understand like the end-to-end process. What is the expectation from the business user? And starting from module 2 onwards, we are going to configure that. So we are going to configure, like we will create our own, each of us, we create our own set of data. Okay, so we will discuss like various, although here it says master data, it is a configuration which we will be doing within the T code transaction code SPRO. Okay, so starting from module 2 onwards, like we do configuration parallelly, we also execute the exercises. Okay, so within the module 1, I said we will have like one exercise, whereas like each module we will have multiple exercises. So what the process, like once we start either preparing the master data, or when we prepare a transaction data, okay, how to execute the various consolidation tasks. So that we will see starting from module 2 onwards. Then module 3 is about data preparation, which is about the transaction data. Then module 4 is about consolidation and eliminations. So here we see various scenarios, how intercompany transactions will be dealt with, which requires like matching or reconciliation. And the another part is elimination. So that is the important part. So as part of this consolidation. And ultimately the last one, although we say reporting in the last, but the reports, we even most of the reports we will be executing within the module 1, 2, 3 and 4 also. But whereas in the module 5, we will see how the reports can be enhanced, or how the customized reports can be created for the purpose of the business. And apart from that, within the module 5, we also have planning. Planning means this is consolidation planning. Okay, not the regular revenue planning, or it is not a cost center planning or a revenue planning. This is planning which is related to only consolidation. So that we are going to discuss as part of module 5. So any questions on this slide? Okay, fine.
No, shit. Because it's completely new, right? So we have to explain, then only we can have questions. I can have questions.
Sure. The group reporting, here we see like the purpose or the usage of the group reporting. So the group reporting, if we discuss like as a functional consultants, or the no, as a finance or accountants, right? When we come to the group accountants, we call it as a group accountants. So normally we know like either for a GL accountant or AR accountant or AP accountant, they do respectively, they perform their own they use the respective Fury apps or the transactions to post the respective financial transactions. Okay, when it comes to the group reporting, as a group accountant, normally what they are supposed to do, they are supposed to consolidate multiple company code data. Okay, so that is the main objective. So ideally, group reporting is something which is not, useful if you have a single company code or a single legal entity. So group reporting will be required if a client or a business user, when they have multiple company codes, and when there is a requirement to consolidate multiple company codes, either it can be within a country or it can be like across the countries across the globe, right? So then then definitely this group reporting, it is going to help. So when you consolidate the financial statements, the main objective what you do, like you ideally identify if you have any intercompany transactions or the parent company. So what is the stake it is going to it is having a hold in each of the subsidiary. To that extent, the consolidation it is going to happen, and ultimately the consolidated financial statements which are supposed to report to the respective stakeholders. So like it can be the balance sheet or it can be a profit and loss account. And the another important thing is the cash flow. So these are the three important consolidated financial statements. Either any of the gap, either it can be a IFRS or it can be a US gap or any local gap. Any country, okay, according to their gap requirements, you can perform the consolidation by using this group reporting module. Okay, so the usage.
One, sorry to interrupt. One question, like, see, for example, this consolidated group reporting has different formats, right? Like formats, I can say different methods, right? Like equity method, they used to call it as
Correct. Purchase method, yes.
a purchase method. Uh,
Yes.
what is the type of method we are going to? Because I just learned that equity method means like, what is that means purchase method? What is the purpose of it? Why? What is the method we are going to follow for the SAP, or it is a combined one? What is that
Yes.
method?
So we predominantly will be using the purchase method. Okay. So we will have two types of method, which we will be covering in the module 4 when we perform the consolidation of investments. So parent has an investment in subsidiary. Like if parent has like multiple subsidiaries, so
Okay.
if parent is holding more than 50% in subsidiary one, so ideally, so whenever the ownership or the control, whenever it is more than 50%, the purchase method is ideally it is used in most of the countries or most of the places. Okay. And
Okay.
the equity method will come into the picture when it is less than 50% or about 20%. So ideally, those scenarios, I mean, you don't consolidate 100% balance sheet, which means you just apply equity method and you just identify what is the net income, okay, of that particular subsidiary, okay, and then that you are going to consolidate. So that we will cover as part of module 4.
Okay. So you will be, we will be seeing it.
So,
What is that means? Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
sorry, so that's equity and purchase method. How about the activity? Sorry, are we using activity based? Sorry, is it activity? Is that what it's called? All right, I
So
guess
as
we'll wait
part
till
of,
we get there.
yeah, as part of the training codes, what we have, the S4F95, that is the training codes, SAP standard
Yes.
training codes. So those modules we are covering, so which covers the
Okay.
rule-based
Yes.
consolidation of investment.
Yeah.
So we have two types
Okay.
of methods. Okay, SAP has provided two different types of options. Like whichever you want, you can use. Okay, that we will discuss in detail within the module 4.
Later on. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And I guess we'll cover what's the word? Either temporal and self-sustaining, or the accounting method, the actual method of consolidation, right? Or translation. Sorry, that will also get covered in section 3 or section 4, right? Where we do translations either. You know, if you look them up, there's a integrated and self-sustaining are the two principles, accounting principles for consolidations. Does that make sense? It's how to deal with the translation.
Currency translation, yeah, we will discuss. So within the currency translation, we have options like whether to use periodic option or a YTD option, like how each types of
Right.
uh,
Okay.
ba-
Yes. So okay. So the two you have is periodic and year to date, right?
yeah.
Because that actually translates into self-sustaining or integrated.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. And within the group reporting, so here you see the second point, which comes in two flavors, either cloud and on-premise. So both the versions offer the same functionality. That's what I mentioned earlier. So two versions exist due to the deployment option that was chosen for SAP S4HANA. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Moving to the next slide here. Why would organization choose to implement this tool? Okay, so it has in this slide you see little bit history. Even before SAP, there are other tools called Hyperion, which is there since almost 1980s onwards. And okay, when it comes to SAP, so SAP we initially had ECCS, okay, the module called ECCS. So you might be knowing within controlling or enterprise controlling, you have like ECPCA like that, right? So within the enterprise controlling submodule, you also see a submodule called consolidation. So that is there since SAP almost R3 onwards, right? So this is the first consolidation application what we have. Okay, this is number one. And the second thing is BCS, SCM BCS, Strategic Enterprise Management, BCS. So this is based on the BW platform. Okay, so this is number two. So the number two of the SAP consolidation tool, and this actually this is based on only BW platform. Okay, this BCS is based on the BW platform, whereas ECCS is based on the ECC platform. So these were the two consolidation tools. Like even I worked on this BCS for almost couple of years since 2007 that time, and this also very familiar consolidation tool. Even most of the clients when they started BCS, so they are still using the BCS. Okay. So we have ECCS as a number one, which is restricted within the ECC, whereas the BCS, since it is working on the BW platform, it can connect to multiple either SAP ECC systems or you can also load the data directly through to the BCS application. And since almost I can say 10 years, I mean almost BPC when it came in 2008, this was acquired from the Outlooksoft. Okay, SAP has acquired this BPC from the Outlooksoft, or it was earlier known as Outlooksoft, and this is there almost since 2008, but it is familiar almost for the last 10 years. Even there are clients still working on the BPC, and within the BPC there are again multiple versions. We call it as a standard, then embedded, then we had optimized. Okay, so then within optimized there is another one called real-time consolidation. So there are multiple flavors within the BPC. Okay, and there is also another one called SAP FC, which was formerly it is called as a Curtisis. Okay, so this also not so much familiar. Sorry, SAP FC is not so much familiar like other BPC or BCS. Okay, Curtisis is the one very few, to my knowledge, clients are using. Okay, but it is also a good one of the good tool, okay, as part of the consolidation. So I mean, this is just, we are talking about the history, but again, when it comes to the group reporting, it is, as I mentioned, this is totally independent tool. It is not any either extension of any of the other applications, but it has taken the futures, I mean, the logic or the futures, okay, it has taken some of the futures from the BCS or some of the futures from the BPC. They have identified some futures and then incorporated when the group reporting is being developed. Okay, so why SAP has developed and now why they are promoting? Okay, so this is the fifth tool, as I mentioned. So these are the four tools of the consolidation: ECCS, BCS, BPC, and SAP FC. This already we have four tools, and these four tools are already probably the existing clients. They are still continuing. Okay, and now we have the fifth tool, which is the group reporting, which is being promoted since 1809 version. Okay, that is when SAP group reporting it is started. And okay, sorry. So SAP, uh, the main reason why they are promoting it is actually it is integrated, or it is on the platform of SAP S4HANA. Okay, so as you all know, S4HANA is the one emerging tool and which is being promoted by SAP. So SAP group reporting is part of the S4HANA. That is one thing. And the another thing is uh, uh, okay, and when it comes to the roadmap, still, okay, SAP suggests the group reporting for any new clients is being suggested, okay, when S4HANA is being implemented. So when you are I mean, when a new business or when a new client you are expecting and they are implementing SAP S4HANA, okay, if they want to use the consolidation tool, if they have multiple company codes, so you still have, although maybe other four tools, okay, which I mentioned earlier, but out of these four, okay, when if you want to recommend to a customer, group reporting is definitely which you can recommend when S4HANA is being implemented. Okay, that is something no, which is more integrated as part of S4HANA. Any
Okay.
questions on this slide? Okay.
Okay. So but it has the features from BPC, it has the features from the previous things. But even though it has the features, but it is a new tool where SAP is starting it from the scratch. So if wherever the S4HANA is trying, they are going for implementation or migration, the SAP suggests to go for group reporting, not for the BPC or other tool. Right, Shekhar?
Yes, you are 100% correct. So BPC is still ideally used by the clients where they are using SAP BW.
Ah,
Okay,
okay.
so SAP BPC, most of the clients, okay, so BPC it works on the BW platform, which is called as a NetWeaver BW platform. So BPC, as I mentioned, like there are multiple versions. So initially it came up with Microsoft version and NetWeaver version, two different versions. So within
Okay.
that, again, NetWeaver is the very much demanded version. Most of the clients, to my knowledge, they were using only NetWeaver version. So again, as I mentioned, BPC normally, ideally, you require the BW. I mean, if you have a client where they want to still continue or work on BW, or they are implementing BW for HANA, and they have some reasons to implement the BW for HANA, and then they have any specific reason to either implement BPC. So I mean, SAP will not stop. They can implement, but ideally you have S4HANA, which is the biggest on-premise, where you are trying to implement even if you have multiple company codes within the single umbrella. So that point of time when you have S4HANA as your core, then the group reporting will become the consolidation tool which we can always suggest to any of the client.
Okay.
So I guess, are they still enhancing BPC, or are they expecting customers as part of the ECC migration to when they go to HANA to also migrate to group reporting? Like, is
Correct.
that the way SAP is? So they're not really enhancing BPC. So they say you can do it, but the functionality you get is what you get, and we'll just do fixes. But you're not going to see any new features in BPC or FC or any other legacy systems, right?
Correct.
And
Yes.
there is no migration tools from any other versions, right? Like group reporting has to be implemented. You can't migrate to group reporting. You have to implement it, group reporting. Is that correct?
Yes, we need to implement. We cannot upgrade. I mean, migrate. Okay, you are right. We cannot migrate directly from ECC to S4HANA. Like suppose if you want to migrate any other modules, it might be possible.
Right.
But when it comes to group reporting, we cannot migrate. We need to implement. We need to implement, freshly implement, starting from the configuration. What we will go through in the
Yes.
next modules. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So again, we have few more points, the advantages of the group reporting. So within the S4HANA platform, so the main advantage is data integration. So what happens is when we use either BPC or SEM, BCS, which some of the tools which we talked earlier, normally you need to like interface the data from ECC to BW application, right? So most of the consolidation, the BPC, which is being used for the last more than 10 years, right? It requires your interfaces from one system to another system. Then you perform the consolidation. Okay, coming to S4HANA, it is everything, it is in the single system, so we need not perform any interfaces from one system to another system. Okay, so I'm using only single instance of S4HANA. Within the single instance, I already have the data the which is available, especially the data means my transaction data and my source data of for the consolidation. I require ideally the trial balances or the GL balances, so which is available in my release, I mean universal journal. Okay, which is available in my universal journal, nothing but the table, what we call it as a AC doc E. So within the S4HANA instance, so we are actually taking the data from AC.A, and then we will be performing the consolidation. We will be taking into the group reporting module and then perform the consolidation. So which means here the first point, the data integration, which is the tight integration with the GL, and we don't require ETL. So the ETL means we need not transform, we need not extract transform from one system to another system. Okay, so we will use some of the consolidation tools. Okay, to take the data from the table AC.A and then perform the consolidation within the group reporting. Then the transparency. So throughout the entire application, the user can drill from a balance in the group reporting back to the journals in S4HANA FICO. So like normally, um, although we have suppose modules like GL module and the group reporting module, so the journals which are posted within the group reporting, okay, so from the group reporting reports, so it is possible I can drill down from group reporting to the respective AC.A financial document. So that is possible, that we will see as part of our drill down features. Okay, then the real time. So since the we are using, I mean, the same single instance as part of S4HANA, and the data is always real time, which means which is already available. We need not take the data from one system to another system. Okay, so as the tool is itself, it is integrated into S4HANA, the ledger data is immediately consolidation, resulting in a faster accounting close. Okay, that is the main expectation.
So I'm sorry, Shikhar, I have maybe you don't know the answer. To me, I saw when I looked at group reporting. To me, it looks like it's just they wrote that in you like basically using special purpose ledger. So, you know, are the documents reloaded maybe back into AC Doc A, like when you release the journals, or are they just the consolidation master data? Are they just additional fields in AC Doc A on the original document that is being posted? Am I explaining it correctly? Or do you understand what I mean? So you post a journal.
I understand. I
Yeah.
understand your question. So if the data for the group reporting, okay, the transaction data, it is actually stored into a separate table which is called AC Doc U. Okay, AC Doc U, which is the separate and dedicated table for the group reporting. So
Okay.
we take
So
the data.
sorry, if I understand what you're saying, then okay, back in the ECC world, or even earlier versions, there was always special purpose ledger. So they basically built a new ledger, right? And you know, and there was the ability to release documents from the GL to the new to special purpose ledger, right? So that's actually the interface they're using. They're talking about, and basically what we're doing is we're taking the documents out of BSEG and BKPF and repost them into special purpose ledger and deriving the additional consolidation master data through this process at the same time. And all that, it's all stored in AC.U. So they're not actually being reposted. We're not posting back in AC.A. I thought AC.U only had the consolidation entries that are required, but the documents themselves are not being reposted. So,
Yes, okay. So yes, you are right. So we will have a dedicated and separate table which is called as AC Doc U, and we will also go through the structure of the table, and we will also try to understand the differences between AC Doc E and AC Doc U. And AC Doc U is the important table which we are, I mean, which is dedicated for group reporting, and it sources from, as you said, from it source the data from AC Doc A, and we will post to AC Doc U, and we never post it back to AC Doc A. So we will not update ideally. I mean, we in the sense like as a group reporting consultant, normally we don't post any data in AC Doc A, but as a FICO consultant, we can post. Okay, as a GL
yeah,
consultant, we
yes,
post our data in AC Doc A. But as a group reporting consultant, all my data
yeah,
which goes
okay,
to AC Doc U only, AC Doc U.
okay. So so consolidation unit, that piece of master data, that actually doesn't exist in the universal journal inside AC.A, right? Like that
I
field is
think,
not populated.
yeah, we will see that. Actually, ideally, I mean, logically, your question is correct, but I will show you the structure of the table. So we have some
Sure,
fields
sure.
appears in both the tables. Okay, that we will discuss. Yeah,
Okay, okay. All
yeah,
right, thank you.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, Shekhar, it's maybe a very basic question from AC Doc A to AC Doc U. Whether we will transfer, or we will post the data, or the system will extract the data from AC Doc A and it will make it with the AC Doc U.
I mean, as a business user, every month, okay. So as a business user, they are supposed to perform the task. We call it as a task. Okay, once the task is executed, the data, the transaction data is taken from AC doc A and it will be posted, or we call it as a release or post. Okay, it is posted to the AC doc U. So it is a manual task. So although it is a manual task, there is a scheduling option which can be done. So there are some clients probably they go for scheduling with the specified intervals. So which means without manual intervention, you can still set up a job so that the data directly it comes from AC doc A to AC doc U. So both are possible, either manual or scheduling.
Once it is updated with AC doc U only, we will filter that data, like for which is required for consolidation, or like while transferring itself, there will be a filter of intercompany transactions that will happen.
So the data once it comes to AC docu, so ideally we call it as the data available, whatever the data available in AC docu, that is nothing but the group reporting data. Okay, so on that AC docu, we will have the reports. So we will see multiple types of reports. Okay, before consolidation how it looks, or after consolidation how it looks. I mean, after elimination, how it looks. So we will have multiple no, reporting views so that we will see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay.
Okay, and another important point here. So here you see SAP BPC, no inventions of the consolidation functionality are planned. So SAP itself, they are saying, I mean, until probably couple of years back, every I mean, there might be some innovations, but when it comes to the latest update, they are saying they are not planning any innovations on the SAP BPC, and the maintenance date it is currently extended until 2027. Okay, so that is, I mean, that is what the stand currently by SAP for SAP BPC. Similarly for SAP FC. So SAP FC also it is almost the same. The maintenance date which is until ended until 2027. That is as of now. I mean, this is the stand, and which means like they are promoting only group reporting, which means every year we know SAP S4HANA every year on premise we have a release which comes either in this either September or October. Similarly, cloud versions we have every quarterly releases, right? And we also see within the roadmap of the group reporting, every releases or even every next releases, we would see what are the new functions which are going to come as part of the group reporting.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So when it says integration between the GL accounting and then the group reporting, so we have some of the integration components. I mean, within the SAP S4HANA. So suppose here you see in this picture the GL account I have, and similarly we have FS item. So FS item means financial statement item. So this we will discuss actually as part of the module 2. Okay, and but here I'm just giving the high level no understanding. So what it means is like the GL account, this is something we refer in any of the FICO module. Either it can be VC, either AR module or AP module or GL fixed asset. Wherever you go, ultimately you need to get a financial document which is posted always to a GL account. But when we are taking the data from AC doc A to AC doc U, right, to the group reporting. So here we are supposed to post to this FS item. So in this example, my FS item here I have suppose 6 digit, whereas my GL account I have around 8 digit. So I mean, this is just an example. Even FS item I can still have the same 8 digit also, that is possible. Even I can have the same GL whatever here 1001 for petty cash, the same FS item I can create, so that is also possible. Okay. So why we are putting, I mean, why we need to map? Okay, so the mapping is important between the GL account and FS item, which means we are integrating the GL accounting master data with the group reporting master data. So that is what here we are trying to say here.
Can you please repeat it, Shekhar? I didn't get it. Can you please repeat it, please?
Okay, so the GL account, which is the master data as part of FI,
Yes.
especially FI financial accounting. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
similarly, we have another master data within the group reporting, which is called FS item. FS means financial statement. Okay,
Okay.
so the
Okay.
FS item is a master data similar like a GL account, and these FS items are created in the group reporting. Okay,
Okay.
and once it is created, we will be doing a mapping between each and every GL to the FS item. So the mapping is maintained like this is the mapping Fury app which currently I'm showing. So in total, um, we have financial statement here. If you see the number, there are about 247 financial statement items, which is
Okay.
created in the group reporting. And I have GL accounts which I have mapped 669 GLs. I have mapped from GL to FS item. So here I have multiple cash accounts and bank accounts. I am actually mapping to single FS item. Okay, so this is the single FS item. I have uh, 4 1s followed by 2 zeros. Okay, so which means you can do mapping like many to one. So that is possible. Many to one mapping is possible. So left side you have GL account and right side you have group reporting FS item. So this
Uh,
mapping will be necessary to to perform the data transformation between the GL account and the group reporting module. Yeah,
okay. This means like in the ECC, we used to have that consolidation chart of accounts where we used to have the consolidation GL account. We used to assign in the masters every GL. We used to assign
correct.
that GL account, right? The same way we are mapping it here, right?
Yes, you are right. The same way.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
Then similarly, we have another master data called consolidation unit. So within the group reporting, we have
Sorry,
we
I think Shaker, you went, I think you went one slide too far, right? Did you?
I am on
Just
slide number
consolidation.
8.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay.
Can you see? Yeah.
And the last one
Okay.
was slide. Yeah, the last one was slide 7. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay. So in the slide 8, here I'm talking about another master data, important master data within the group reporting, which is consolidation unit. So this consolidation unit, it is ideally equivalent to a company or a legal entity within the S4HANA GL accounting organizational structure, right? So here what we are doing again, we have options. Okay, the consolidation units which are integrated with the S4HANA companies. And if you have a scenario, suppose like um, if you have a business user, okay, so where you have like suppose some 10 company codes or 10 companies within the S4HANA organization structure, enterprise structure, right? So those for each of the company code, ideally you will be creating one consolidation unit and you are mapping that. You are going to map that company to the consolidation unit. See here, if you see the red box here, it says integration with universal journal. Okay, you have two options whether it is integrated, yes or no. Okay, and here in this red box, you see it is integrated is selected, transfer from universal journal is selected, and you are mapping to a company which is 1010, and your consolidation unit also the code is 1010. Okay, So which means for each of the company, if you have 10 companies, you ideally supposed to create 10 consolidation units in the group reporting, and we will do the mapping between company to consolidation unit. Okay, so this is another important master data.
1 minute, Shekhar, sorry to interrupt. This consolidation unit means 1010, which
Yeah.
comprises of many legal entities. Huh?
No, which is ideally which is a single legal entity.
So for example, if you say that consolidation unit,
Yeah,
I can take it as example, we can take it as Tata Sons. Tata
yeah,
Sons is the top priority consolidation company. Like we can say that Tata Sons. Below the Tata Sons, we have Tata Motors, we have Tata Finance, we have TCS, we have Tata Steel, everything. So
yeah.
consolidating all these companies into Tata Sons will be my consolidation unit. Huh?
No, 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 no. Each legal entity is a consolidation unit. So,
Okay,
the one what you are saying, that is a consolidation group. Okay. So we have
okay,
another master data element which is called consolidation group. So in
okay.
the group we will include all these consolidation units.
But if it is consolidation unit means it is a separate legal entity. Every
Yes,
legal
yes,
entity will be created as a consolidation unit.
exactly, exactly.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay. Yeah, this again we will discuss in more detail. Okay, when we start our no, regular sessions. So
Okay.
this is the high level overview. Like the main purpose, I mean, within the group reporting, these components are, I mean, these are very much integrated within SAP S4HANA enterprise structure. Either it can be company or it can be the GL account mapping to FS item. Okay, so with that. Uh, with that, okay, I'm showing few more slides here. So how the data, okay, we are actually transferring from SAP S4HANA AC doc A, which is called as universal journal. From universal journal, we want to bring the data to the group reporting table, which is AC doc U. So for that purpose, um,
Okay.
so as I was telling, the business users, okay, they are supposed to execute some task. So that here, sorry. Okay, so here this is the screen. The data monitor is the screen which is used by the business users in the regular course. So ideally it is a monthly transaction. So normally all our FICO transactions normally we can use either on a daily basis or within the day. You might have like hundreds of transactions. Probably you use either for AR or AP or any transactions, right? But when it comes to the consolidation, so normally you don't see directly any date here. Okay, the data monitor ideally it is executed based on month wise, not by day wise. And the okay, this monitor here, uh, we have two kinds of monitor within the group reporting. So the business user will use this monitor on a monthly basis. Okay, so I mean, here suppose period 12 and 2019, this is the period and year which is selected, right? And once the monitor is displayed, okay, so here in each column we have task. Okay, we this release universal journal. Suppose this is one task, which means for a company 1010, I have an option to release the data from universal journal to the group reporting. And for other companies, probably like 1020, okay, here I don't have this option. These companies which are actually they are not integrated as which not integrated with the AC doc A universal journal. And so you have option within the group reporting. Suppose some of the companies which are not gone live as part of FICO, but you have some companies which still they are working probably in another systems, and they would directly want to load the data for 1020 or 1021. So these are the consolidation units. So if you have such kind of consolidation units, So it is possible to load the data directly through a flat file. So these examples, I mean, we will be discussing, okay, in our subsequent classes, subsequent courses with multiple options. Okay.
So you mean
Yeah.
to say
Any
that
question?
even if it is like, see, if S4 is done, if then group reporting is done, we will have the universal journal. From there, we can able to transfer. If it is with ECC, if I want to implement group reporting, if I want to get the data from ECC, means I can get the data from there and I can upload it here. Huh?
Yes. Yes. You are right. 100% right.
Okay. Or it is not directly integrated, but we can download the file, upload here. That's it.
Correct. So there are options like if you have any non S4HANA, okay, other than this non S4HANA, if you have system, either it can be ECC or it can be other than non SAP also. So there are options to integrate, so that, I mean, we will be discussing at a high level. Okay. So that, I mean, we have multiple options like how to get the data, whether through flat file or through API. Okay, we call it as a API, application programming interface. We can connect to other systems also. That we will be discussing. But at a high level, what you said is right. At the moment, so if it is integrated, means you are just pulling the data from AC in.
Yes.
If it is non-integrated, means let's assume, okay, we are going to load through flat file. Okay.
Okay. What is API means? Application performing
Programming interface.
application programming interface. Okay. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so in the data monitor, from the previous screen, like if you want to execute release universal journal, and this is the snapshot. Once the task is executed, it will capture like, who has executed, the user ID will come, and when it was executed, okay, and the date and time also will come. So which means we will have the complete audit trail, okay, when the data has been released from AC doc A to the AC doc U. Okay, and this is some snapshots from the reports. Okay, the group reporting. Um, Yeah, this snapshot is from the validation task. So here we have an
Okay.
option. If I want to see the details, okay, I have an option to drill down from the asset particular balance. Okay, from the asset balance, if I want to drill down to the respective FS item or the GL document, so that is possible. So the user can drill to the source. Sorry, some background is coming. Can you please go on mute if you're not speaking? Thank you. So the user can drill to the source directly from the data validations, or it is possible from the intercompany reconciliation process, or from group data analysis report. So there are multiple places where we still have this the drill down functionality, so that always I can go and identify from what is the source of my data, so that I have the complete transparency of the data which I am being submitted. Okay. So this is another snapshot, the transparency, like how we have. So the previous snapshot is from the validation task, and this snapshot, it is from the uh, the display group journal entries. So this is the Fury app, display group journal entries. So from this group journal entries, you can click on any of the group journals. So the group journal is different from the normal journal, which is FICO journal, right? So FICO journal, you see the description as general entries. Okay, here you should see from the group reporting. So you will see the prefix which is called as a group. Group journals is something dedicated to AC docu table only. Okay. So to drill down from group journal, so once you click on any of the group journal document number, you see it is going to take to the respective AC Doc A document numbers. So this is another report which is called as ICMR, which is Intercompany Matching and Reconciliation. And we would be discussing, although this is a separate module, ICMR is a separate module which can be used either by the FICO consultants separately independently, or the group reporting consultants also it can be used independently, or both I mean it is possible that both the users, either FICO user or a group reporting user, it is possible to use this as ICMR, which is a separate module, but we are covering this ICMR also as part of this group reporting training. Okay. Okay, so the previous
Shekhar, one
3
question.
slides. Yeah.
Intercompany ICM or intercompany
Matching and reconciliation.
matching and reconciliation. Okay, fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here, these 3-4 slides which we were discussing in the previous, starting from I think slide number 11 or 12. So we were seeing multiple reports, either within the group reporting or from the ICMR also. So you have option always to see the to drill down to the original GL journal entries. Okay, this is the GL level, I mean GL module journal entries. So where it is possible to go and you can reach to the accounting document of FICO. This is another report. Okay, so from here you can just click on any of the value, which I mean the report value, and then by just right clicking on the value, you have an option to click this is nothing but a drill down. Here you see the word called jump to. You can jump to the respective AC Doc A journal entry. So that is possible. Okay. Okay, so coming to slide number 17, here if I have a data like suppose which is not available in SAP S4HANA, which means it is not available in AC Doc universal journals, right? So it is still possible. We can, as I mentioned, we have one option called CSV file or a Excel file, which can be loaded directly to the group reporting. So that is possible. And apart from that, we have another set of functionality, which is cloud-based functionality, which is called as group data collection, group reporting data collection, GRDC. Okay, so GRDC, which is again an additional module which is hosted on the cloud platform. Okay, and it contains functionality to develop forms, and also um, we can perform the transformation, as well as we can extract the data from either from SAP or from S4HANA or from any non-SAP system. So that is possible, and from there we can bring to the group reporting. So I will show you the snapshot. Okay, so if we are talking about multiple modules or multiple systems, let me show you.
Shekhar, I think it's too early to see all this. To be frank, I think,
Correct.
yeah.
So here we are talking the high level architecture of the group
Yes.
reporting. So I think this will help you to understand better, I think. Okay, so we are talking about SAP S4HANA, the center box, which is colored in the orange color. SAP S4HANA, we have two versions, as we talked earlier, either cloud or on-premise, right? And within that, we know this accounting or local close, so which is happening at the universal journal level. Okay, so we know this is nothing but AC doc A, and we already, as a FICO consultant, we are familiar with this particular table. But apart from that, so right now we are going to work on this, the new table which is called AC docu, the group accounting table or a consolidation table, and the group close. Okay, so the group close will happen at this particular table level, and the local close, ideally it happens my every month, no, the GL or any other period. If you want to close, we go to the respective period close and we can close by sub-module wise. So that is possible, which normally we do already at the FICO level. Okay. So apart from that, we have another module, as I mentioned, ICM or intercompany matching and reconciliation. So this is again not a mandatory, and this is going to help in case if there are a huge number of consolidation units and huge number of intercompany transactions, and if you want to like take help of this submodule, if your customer is spending a lot of time especially for the intercompany transactions, then definitely this is going to help. Otherwise, again, if you have very little consolidation units or a little intercompany transactions, it may not be necessary always to implement the ICMR. Okay, as I said, it is not a mandatory, it's an optional, and this we are going to cover as part of our course. Okay, and coming to the architecture, the group reporting, this slide we are talking about group reporting suite. So if you have central finance, suppose central finance has been implemented, which is fetching the data from the multiple SAP ERP systems or non-SAP systems also. So from the central finance also, which is nothing but the data, finally your accounting data, which comes to the same table, which is called AC docu. And this orange box, whatever we just discussed earlier, that is still applicable even in the central finance scenario also. So if anybody implemented just central finance, even they can still go for the group reporting. So that is possible. Okay. So apart from central finance, so SAP has given multiple options. Like if somebody want to bring the data, I mean, you have a client, you already implemented SAP S4HANA, but you have some additional systems which are still lying outside of S4HANA. Okay, I'm talking about these boxes. Sorry, yeah, these boxes I'm talking. The left side boxes which are in orange bar at the bottom. So as I said, API. Okay, so you can use either API or you can use flat file, right? So you have multiple options to bring the data finally into the group reporting.
Shekhar, this API means it can be a middleware, right?
Yeah, it can be a middleware, application programming interface. So
It
which you
can
are
be a middleware.
integrating.
Yeah,
Exactly,
it can,
exactly.
either flat file if I download and upload, or I can integrate with the middleware so that data
Yeah,
can be transferred automatically as like S4HANA.
correct, correct.
Okay.
Okay. So until now, are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. So apart from group reporting, I mean, this is the main one which we are going to discuss. So, but as a knowledge, we should also understand we have other modules in the entire SAP, right? Okay, we have SAP Analytics Cloud. So although we this is not I mean coming part of the group reporting course, but we should understand that this data whatever we have in the SAP S4HANA, so this can be used by SAC, I mean the dashboard team, or this can be used by analytics team or a planning team. Okay. Similarly, this is another module. This is an additional module which is called as SAP GRDC, Group Reporting Data Collection. And this is going to help in some cases okay, where you want to post some additional non-financial data, especially like if you want to capture some non-financial data for the group reporting, like statistical information for your footnotes for your your financial statements. Okay, so this we will be covering as part of our course at a maybe we will not have complete access to the cloud application, but I will be giving an highlight, okay, how this is going to be used, and what is the purpose, and what will be the scenario when will the customer should go for this. Okay, so otherwise this is an additional module. This is not part of the group reporting, but this is again which you can integrate as when the data, okay, from group reporting data collection to the group reporting. Then there is another right side, you see there is another module called disclosure management. Uh, this is another module which is again independent within the SAP to publish your financial statements, okay, online to the respective stock exchanges. So this is the module which is again um, which takes the data from the group reporting, and then no, you are going to in the disclosure management you have options to create your notes as well as no, your entire commentary of your financial statements, like how you are performing, how your sales is increased, or how your profit has been increased or decreased. So how your like each and every financial statement item, normally when you see in your financial statement of each company, you might have like a lot of information talking describing about the performance of the company, right? That is something if any of the client, if they want to document, I mean prepare those documents as part of SAP, that is available in the disclosure management. So for that they need the group financial state values. Okay, so the data can be taken from this group reporting module. From the group reporting module, once the data is taken, here the disclosure management users, right, they can perform, they can write their performance, how it is being improved, and ideally or I mean ultimately they are supposed to publish their financial statements. It is possible to publish online to the respective agencies. Okay, so either it can be like a control, I mean normally it can be the register of companies. Okay, so whoever is the legal corporate, okay, where you are supposed to each country, right, they are supposed to publish. So it is possible from SAP disclosure management they can publish. Okay, any doubt on this, the overall architecture? So here we will be main concentrating on this, the middle one, um, which is in orange color. So the group reporting, during our course, we will be covering all these topics. Okay.
Sorry, Shaker. How many more slides? How many more slides?
Sorry.
We're over time. I'm just wondering. We're over time. I'm just wondering how much more time.
1 second. I think I am almost done. Another 2 minutes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so this is the continuation of the slide number 17. Slide number 18, we are talking about even if you do not have the data directly available in SAP S4HANA, it is possible to load the data through CSV file or the Excel file, which we will be performing in our exercises as well. And it is possible to take the reports same like SAP S4HANA. It is possible to take the reports, but we cannot do a drill down for non-integrated companies. We cannot drill down to the accounting because they are not integrated from AC dossier. Okay, so that is the only difference. This is the one which I talked about, the disclosure management. So to close the full loop of the requirements for a consolidation system, SAP also plans to integrate its existing CDM disclosure management with the group reporting. So this is currently scheduled, okay, I mean in the 2021 release. So which means we can push the data to the disclosure management. So that is possible. And the disclosure management, it has options to generate the documents either in the Word or PowerPoint or even in the format called IXBRL. Okay, that is the electronic format which is available in the disclosure management. Okay, so that's all as part of this demo what I would like to cover, and we will have the detailed sessions starting from the module 1 onwards. I think Naveen will get back to you with the timings or the dates or timings. Okay, so when it is going to be start. Any questions until now?
No, I'm
One
fine.
sorry, John. One final question. If the group reporting needs to be practiced, we need the group of company codes, right? So that only we can able to, whatever the classes we are taking in, if I want to practice, the company codes and the data should be there, right? That kind of how we can able to do that.
Yes, so we have almost, I'm not able to remember the number of exercises. We have, I think, more than 17 or 18 exercises, or I think around 20, I believe. So you will definitely have hands-on feeling. Okay, whatever we do, each of us, right, each of you will have the separate data sets, okay, user IDs and the separated data sets which you need to be creating and you need to configure end to end. So you will be performing end to end starting from configuration of your we call it as a consolidation unit, or we call it as a FS item or versions. Okay.
That is fine, but we need the data from AC docker, right? AC docker, we need to have a system, right? For the AC docker, we need to have the data from the AC docker. That kind of system we are having it for this training.
Yes, yes.
Okay. John, sorry. Okay, fine. We can. I think.
No, I have no. Sorry, I have no more questions. I think.
Okay, fine. That's it. Because that's it from my side.
Yeah, thank
Yes,
you, Shekhar.
so the training system, just to re-clarify on the last point, so the training system what we are using, I used for multiple trainings until now, and this is already configured and I already set up some data for some scenarios as you question, and like the data, some data is already available at AC dossier. But apart from that, we would be posting some data as part of our exercises also. Like for each of us, we will be directly posting from AC dossier to the AC dossier, and then from there we will be taking to the AC dossier. So that is also available. So the main enterprise structure, like so each of us, we need to work on separate company codes, right? So so for that, I already configured the company codes which are required for, like not only company code are the cost centers, okay, separate cost centers I created for each of you. So that way it is more structured. You will see how it is more structured, and like that you will not face any issues when it comes to additional maintenance.
Okay, good. So the classes will be a weekly classes, or it will be?
Yeah, that I think, yeah, Naveen, no, he can confirm. I think he is waiting for some more inputs, and then probably he is going to confirm. Naveen can confirm the timings and the dates.
Balaji, I'll update you by tomorrow, John and Balaji. I'll update you when to start all these details. I'll update you by tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shekhar. Thank you, Naveen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shekhar. Thank you.
Sure.
Bye now.
Huh?
I have to run.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.